Hi, I'm Chris Steyerwalt, and this is Power Play. Hi, Internet. Do you know what a homebrew server is? I thought I did when it was my friend Stu serving beer that he had brewed down in the basement. But in fact, that is not the case. A homebrew server is some rack space where you put it together yourself, essentially, so that you can host an email server. Well, you'd know if you had one of those in your house, wouldn't you? Hillary Clinton did, or at least that's what the sales records indicate, the Associated Press found, about the former First Lady, soon at that point, soon-to-be Secretary of State's move ahead even of her confirmation to office to create a secret email account for herself that wasn't the government email account. So what about that? People who know what happens when politicians try to keep secrets unsuccessfully include Garland Nixon. He is a radio host of an excellent talk show on WPFW here in Washington, but you can listen to it on yourself, Internet, because it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Brad Blakeman seems to be everywhere, but he is a professor at the Georgetown University, as indicated by the cardigan sweater. But prior to that, when he was out with us regular schlubs in the real world, was making some serious hay for George W. Bush as an advisor to him, getting stuff done. Gentlemen, welcome.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, so here's the deal. And Garland, question for you. When Hillary Clinton, what's the line, when we practice to deceive? When Hillary Clinton made a volitional choice that she said, I know what I'm supposed to do, which is have a government email and transact my business on that. And then I know that there's an intermediate setting where I copy myself on a private email to the government email to keep a record of it. And she said, I'm going to do the third thing, which is have my own rack space, my own email account. What was she thinking?
Well, I do certainly think that she was taking the opportunity to put as many divisions as she could between herself and various people that might come after her for her information in the long run, should she decide to run for president or something like that. Yeah, just throwing that out there. Right. But not that there was any forethought on that.
No, right.
But, I do think this. I think when it comes to the Clintons, a lot of times there's something to tug on, there's something to look, there's things to lift under, but you just notice you never ever really find anything under there. I don't think there's a lot of ifs. Depending on who saw it, depending on all this, depending on those on so many things.
As Republicans in Congress learned, you can indict, but you cannot convict. That was the case. It was a Big Julie from Guys and Dolls. My record is perfect: 99 arrests, no convictions. Now, Brad, the premeditative part of this is the thing that troubles. As a journalist, what troubles me is the premeditative part of this. That it's not the fact that a politician said, "Oh, I had some emails that I sent off what Colin Powell did. Yeah, when the server was down, I sent some emails. I did some things. Probably I could have followed the rules better." The premeditation in this, does that get this closer to something that is a scandal that sticks?
Absolutely. It's the exclusivity of it. She made a choice, a conscious choice, not to use a government email and to exclusively use a private email. Now, I say as a lawyer, there's a presumption that she must overcome that the reason why she did it was to circumvent record keeping, oversight. So
scrutiny and accountability.
Of course.
Right.
And now maybe she'll turn over all the records. How do we know there were all the records? And this is going to be Lois Lerner on steroids.
But when she did this, she knew that today would come, right? When she made the choice to say, we're doing we're homebrewing, baby. When she did that, she knew that today would come. What she didn't know, Garland, was that it would come at the end of several weeks in which the main story about her in the press would be about shady contributions from unfriendly folks who were giving money to her family foundation. So the timing of this has not been helpful.
Yeah, but I don't think timing is an issue when you talk about running for the next, how long presidential campaigns go for like 20 years at a time now.
Right.
But I think the issue seems like, I might start running for 2030 or something.
Right, get in now.
Right. But
Nixon's the one.
It has a nice ring to it.
Got a ring. I know where you can get some signs.
Brad makes a good point about intent, but as I was saying earlier, you need a crime. You can have all the intent in the world, but until
right.
you start, there's so many ifs. who had access. Does she still make?
Did she send anything she was supposed to send?
Yeah, I would argue that they're all going to come up either no or a question mark that can never be answered.
Are the Republicans making a mistake,
anywhere.
Brad, in pursuing this, subpoenas and going after all this stuff? No, they should do it?
No, they should do it because, look, she works for the people. She is responsible to the people. Now she's out of office. The question is, wasn't she responsible for the retention of those records, even though they were private, before she left office? None of the records, as a journalist, are foiable. Why? Because they're not in government control.
You can't get to them. You got to get to the homebrew.
Why would you have an email if you didn't, unless you didn't want people to see them?
I want you guys to know that if Stu was around, you would love his homebrew. He puts some apples in the beer. Sometimes it's really good. You guys would like it. Thank you, gentlemen, and thank you, Internet, for stopping by. We hope you had fun, and we hope you'll stop by for some more Power Play real soon.